What are some of your favorite interactive elements, and how have you seen that impact learning and networking?
Yeah. We have been really pushing the envelope, especially in our smaller events, and doing unique things because, a lot of times people are going to events, they're
Courtney, when you
there
say
to
smaller, what size are you talking about?
well, great question. Sorry. Smaller events, I would say like 100,
Sure.
150. A lot of times when people go, they don't know anyone or that they maybe not know anyone in their local community because these are more on the local base. So our most recent event, we held it at the zoo and we actually had people sign up for different lunches. What was your preference for lunch? Was it, I wanted salad or I wanted the barbecue or I wanted this. And then we actually paired sponsors and they went out in the zoo and they had lunch together and they walked around and they did some cool things. And people said, you know what, I loved it because I met somebody that I never would have met in any other context.
Right.
Also, too, we've been experimenting a lot with the spontaneous think tanks, with the unconference. People are attending events because yes, they want to learn from the experts, but they also want to learn from each other. They're struggling with their own challenges, with their own, thoughts. I mean, I do that with a lot of the stuff with events. Nobody has this figured out. So it's really beneficial when I can talk to somebody or hear what other people are doing versus just listening to the speakers on the stage. So we've been very intentional about having some more of that peer-to-peer, having people be able to contribute to the conversation, feeling like that they're a part of it versus just being told what to do. So I've really seen that because yes, there is an element. Content will never go away, but I think how people receive that content needs to be, delivered differently throughout each event.
Again, what also strikes me is, not everybody's an extrovert, not everybody's an introvert. What I'm learning through this podcast is most of us are ambiverts. I was taught by
Yeah.
my father at a very young age, square your hips, extend your hand, look them, make eye contact, hold eye contact, and say, I'm Seth Deckman. Nice to meet you. Not everybody does that. And when you don't have the propensity or the way of being to do that, and you go into these events, you can become a wallflower. That then occupies our mind, our gray matter, right? And then we're distracted and not maximizing having these meaningful connections or experiencing the city we're in or what the event has created and designed for us. So great idea, whether it's the zoo or another background or ambiance. It's just really, really cool because now you've taken that stress, that anxiety out of people and have them let them be more free to be, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, actually, one of our most popular activations, which again, I will be the first one to say I was not thrilled with the idea, but I was, empowered my team. They were very passionate about it. We had a friendship bracelet station that was in our well-being area. And actually, it was packed the entire time. But thinking about it afterwards, you weren't there unless if you wanted to be there.
Right.
You were able to create authentic conversations. Oh, who are you making a bracelet for?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
where do you live? What do you do? People
Yeah.
said that they had more fun there and met more contacts because again, that like-mindedness, it was, you're kind of doing something and you're all there together for a reason. So, it was really cool. Now, again, I don't think that would go well in some of my financial,
Right.
Conferences. Like you have to know your audience.
Sure.
But this really worked well with our audience, and we're definitely expanding upon it next year.
All three of my daughters go to summer camp and sleepaway camp, and literally they come in, get dropped off. Once they put their stuff in the bunk, first thing they do is a friendship bracelet. It's
I love it.
in the first 23 minutes of the summer, and they literally come back and they haven't taken them off, and it's really, really cool.
We had people wearing them all over.
Yeah.
We're actually this year we're thinking that we're going to do, because again, my group is primarily, women, that we're actually going to do a nail bar and that people can do their color based on like what kind of areas that they're in. So people can see like, oh, like you're in compensation. So like you can do like red, or that if you did different colors. So again, just kind of something fun. And then another way to identify, oh, we have a like-minded connection, versus having the million ribbons that people have.
It's really cool. That's great because visually, again, if you're an introvert, You kind of see the
Mhm.
nails, and you're
Yeah,
still
like
making that connection, but it's visual. It's very, very cool.
yeah.